I'm Janet. I'm part of a group of people which includes some artists, and what we do is once every month we gather in places in, around or close to Cape Town and to create land art, which is basically temporary art installations using things that we find on site, leaves, branches, rocks, and then we create temporary artworks that would be destroyed again by the wind or the sun or animals or the incoming tide. So I used rocks of different colors to create a naturally flowing or curving line that was inspired by the fires that was on the Table Mountain range in the past 2 weeks. The very dark tar pieces that I found on the site I used to represent the fire, while the other ones represent the times in between the fire, because the mountain actually burns about every 15 years because the fynbos needs that fire for rejuvenation, reviving, and so that's the work I did.
Hi, my name is Andrew van der Merwe, and I am a calligrapher by profession. The work that I usually do is on paper at a desk, but I also have a hobby which I call beach calligraphy. Today, however, we weren't working on a beach, we were working on a sand dune which is very far from the beach. I also like to play with form and movement. The other thing about what I did today was I did my piece above, near where another person did her work, and it turned out to be a very pleasing collaboration. The two works are almost incomplete without each other.
Hello, I'm Adele. I live in Hout Bay, about 4 kilometers from here. But where I live, it's very noisy and there's lots of cars and people. And I came here and I just love the quiet and the smoothness of the sand and the little patches of grass. And I thought we were the only visitors. And then I looked at the ground and I saw the little birds had been here and dogs had been here. So what I decided to do today was to follow their paths. And it's beautiful doing it now because the shadows make such strong patterns on their own. So I'm working with the indents on the ground. I've cut bits of grass to show the pathways.
Hi, I'm Andre, and I chose this spot because of the lovely view. I work only with things I found right around me. And this is a horse trail. So I found horse poo and I worked with the horse poo, and then I found stones, and then I found sticks. And if I had more time, I would just go on and on.
I'm Bridget Woods, and I have a very ordinary job, consulting job, but this is the best play ever, is to come to the sand dunes and see what nature's already done for us, and talk with it, play with it. So what I've done is I noticed a little circle of grass which looked like an island in the sea of sand, and I've literally just added a few little things to give it emphasis.
Hi, my name is Chris. I was inspired by the shape of snail shells that I found on the dune to create a spiral shape, and I created different arms in the spiral by digging them in trenches, and later I connected with one of the other people working here, Liam, and we collaborated by bringing our work together and colliding them.
My name is Liam Linus. I'm from Cape Town. I made this kind of mechanical pattern down the side of the dune. In these days I'm working a lot. Every day is this ritual: wake up, go to work, spend your time at work to earn a living. There's that repetition going on in this, and that reflects the pattern making. And at one point I got a bit tired of doing the same repetition, and I decided to break that continuity, and I decided to collaborate with Chris. I like the interaction that we experienced here today. I think that's important for land art.
Clarinettes from Nurduk. I made a work today using the matted fibre, which is actually quite a fragile, it's in a fragile relationship with the sand because it actually holds the sand together and it actually holds the whole dune together. I've used some of that matting and knotted it and molded it because even though it's so dry, it's actually malleable and beautiful to work with. And while I was working, along comes this guy and he was so attracted to it. He's got dreads and he started working and helping me. So it was a fantastic bit of collaboration and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
My name's Janet Ransom, and when I arrived in this beautiful place, I immediately saw what looked like a face to me of a giant creature. I thought maybe a chimpanzee coming out of the sand dune. So what I've done is I didn't want to cut any of the plants that are there. I didn't want to hurt anything. So I cut leaves and I've put them into the sand dune as well to make it more symmetrical. And instead of a chimp, it's looking like maybe a panda. So if you look at the picture, maybe you can work out what kind of creature you think it is.
Hi, I'm Kim. I work with my dreams, and the line of people with the shadows. It's the concept is Jung who came with the shadow and the persona, and it's like in dreams we see our shadow, the side of us that's difficult to look at. The persona is the part we like about ourselves. So it was really enjoyable doing this with the group this morning. It was playful and with the depth and just such fun.
My name is Robert. I started out with these delicate little grasses and I found some horse manure there with actually a golfer's tee. So I made a golf ball out of the horse manure on the golfer's tee, and that's the flag. And these leaves and sticks here are to make it look like a sunburst of colour, or like a flower if you like.
My name's Simon Max Bannister. I'm a sculptor. Land art is the way that I get inspiration. Today I had the focus on looking at the tracks of the different animals and the plants as they were moving in the wind and so on. So I thought I'll create my own track, and so I thought I'd create a bit of a visual illusion of giving a static object movement. And so I moved this stone up this hill, and that's my piece.
I'm Thelma Mort and I'm a painter by training. I started working with the land art group about 1.5 years ago, and I made a small piece playing with shadow. The sand was moving and I put vertical sticks which then created further shadows, so I kept extending it by making interceptions with the earth. So I think that for me is what land art is about, so making a very small, quiet kind of art.